The painting was the same as Ember had seen before. 2 embers shone clearly in the daylight now, their journey ahead. The forlorn was cold to the touch, different to the others. The stranger spoke. I can't let another in right now. Ember shared a moment with the forlorn and hoped they would find what they needed. Well now, we've been looking everywhere. Oh, fun, over the wall they go. Hope you have a good excuse for running off, Scab. Ember's heart sank. Ember told the birds about all they had seen in the marsh, pleading for them. Save your made-up stories for the... Oh, yes, tell the lies to the king. Ember felt nervous standing before the king again. Frustrated, the Forest King said, "Poor tired Ember, you must rest now. You give false hope, try and fail and hurt. This is all there is." Ember could feel the Forest King looking right through them. This end. There no more. Why not stop? Let go of this. You must stay. No more food. Last chance. Make sure gates are locked. Let no more in. Let no more out. Ember took the key. What choice did they have? Yeah, this really is your... Don't betray the Forest King again. The stranger glanced around, speaking in... You managed to slip down to them. I think I'll look for the campfire there too. Good luck to you, stranger. The stranger inhaled deeply. Don't tell anyone, but the secret ingredient is pork. The crossroads gate was locked. Ember placed the key in the lock and slowly began to turn it. Eagerly, Ember left the birds behind, glad to be free. The traveller whispered. Used to be a rip. Watched the birds build the dam. Took them forever. They had no clue what they... It was hilarious. It was a dock, but the water wasn't high enough to use it. It was an abandoned boat, sadly stranded in the mud. Ember was at the entrance to a dark cave. The smell of stale water oozed out, like it had once been flooded, but now was bone dry. The forlorn was not the same as the others. Flinching at Ember's approach, the stranger spoke. I'm not ready to let go of how I'm feeling. With regret, Ember moved on. Excitedly, the stranger said, Look, it's Iron Claw. Friend, this crab is the terror of the mud. Together we can trap it. I've got a plan. Been waiting for someone to help. You help me, and I'll help you. Try lowering the crab over here with the chum in that bucket. Crab is all yours. Didn't plan any further than this. Look at that claw though, friend. Could do some real damage. Ember found the Wanderer's diary. The earth resists my wishes. The lanthorn will not answer when I blow. I must be rid of it. I hide the wretched instrument deep in a riddle. Amber thought of the pigs from the marsh. Someone had tightly sealed the dam's mouth. Amber wondered what secrets it might spill. Amber uncovered a journal entry. I dock my boat at the final harbour. Soft drips drip dripping over slick black rock. Something hisses from the dark. The stranger pondered. I just to help get the water flowing, but I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. The bellows breathed life into the fire beneath the boiler. But it would take more air to fully stoke. The stranger pondered. To help get the water, but I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Oh, I think there's one more of those valve things. you did it. I hope we don't get in trouble for this. With a satisfying rush, the dam waters burst. Ember really did hope they wouldn't be in trouble. With everything flooded again, Ember wondered if now they could reach the entrance of the cave. Freed from the mud, the boat looked inviting. The boat was a perfect fit for Ember. It felt like they were on the right path at last. Hidden away was a scrap of journal. The snake is drawn to the light. They are not so fearsome after all. I think they mean no harm. The passageway was dark and eerily silent. Ember wondered why the dam had been blocked. There was a space in the frame for something to fit. It looked like the crystal could be turned, but the handles were retracted. Ember found a scrap of journal. In the dark, I slip and stumble, land hard upon my knee. Without thinking, I reach for an absent hand. As the gate opened, what was the gate keeping locked away? Ember had found another unlit campfire at the heart of the cave. The ghost said, "Speak and I will listen." This is the cave. Fear would not allow hope to find a You must not lose hope, or you too will turn for. Ember thought of those they loved, those they'd left behind. There are others lost along their journey. Find them and I will guide them. Not far from this campfire, a path runs north. Where the pathway ends, a forlorn lies helpless. The stranger was wary, coiled and tense. The dark had gifted them friends in the past. The dark had stolen much more. Would this new light do the same? stranger whispered, "I'm so tired. Do you know the way?" It looked like the crystal could be turned, but the handles were retracted. The campfire flickered into life. The ghost said, "Speak and I will listen. Take the water to the east. In an open corner a forlorn lies unmoving. The ghost said, "Speak and I will listen. Take the water to the east. In an open corner a forlorn lies unmoving." There was a space in the frame for something to fit. The stranger seemed troubled. "I ran away from those birds, but the forest king offered me a feather. Maybe I should just take it." A shadow moved in the distance. Ember hoped that it was a trick of the light. The creature's body slithered between the rocks, seeming to never end. Hidden inside was the wanderer's journal. Alone I searched, I swallowed hesitation, and at last the doorway opened. But beyond there was nothing. I do not understand. The stranger was tired of pretending. They'd never have made it on their own. fortune had always favored them. They'd never have made it on their own. Had they deserved to make it this far? The stranger spoke simply. "Thank you." The stranger whispered. "Creepy, that one. Yeah, watching you. Specifically you." The spindle was missing a handle, so Ember couldn't turn it. Terror gripped Ember suddenly. Fear overwhelmed them. The splintered plank was all that remained of Ember's boat. They sat for a moment. Perhaps the Forest King was right. There was no hope here. A discarded builder robot. The poor thing was rusted in place. The builder's thoughts were stuck in a loop, turning slowly to rust, only the echoes for company. Disconnected gears in their head turning round and round. Each unshared moment went the same. Lost and uncared for was a dim glow. The years of loneliness had warped the builder's feelings. Perhaps they should be alone. Time spent with others felt like a false memory. A discarded builder robot. The poor thing was rusted in. The builder's thoughts were stuck in a loop, turning slowly to rust, only the echoes for company. Disconnected gears in their head turning round and round. Each unshared moment went the same. Lost and uncared for was a dim glow. The years of loneliness had warped the builder's feelings. Perhaps they should be alone. Time spent with others felt like a false memory. The soundless days measured piece by Who's there? I can't. It's dark. I'm ever so afraid. Keep talking to me, please. Aye. The feathered ones did this to me. It's been so long since I've talked to anyone. I can feel the warmth of the sun on it. And outside, it's okay if you don't want to help. But it would be so nice to see what you look like. It was wonderful to... Don't forget me, please. The others never came back. inside was a secret diary entry. And so it goes. We try, we fail, there is nothing more. Home is not as I wished. Hope, do not believe in false hope. The builder took a moment as they tried to focus their eye on the small blue figure in front of them. So that's what you look. I don't know what I expected, but you have a kind face. Sorry, I don't mean to make. It's just been so long since I've seen. I've never been good at talking to others. You seem different somehow. Wait, how did you get here? Oh, that's unfortunate. You'll be stuck here without it. The builders seem to have an... You know, maybe I can help you. This is so exciting. It's been so long since I made something. Was Ember watched in amazement. Could I get your input for a moment? The scraps of broken wood and metal were being transformed. Could I get your input for a moment? Whatever the builder was making was nearly ready. I really hope you like it. Sorry, it's a bit rough around the edges. It's, definitely seaworthy. You hate it, don't you? Ember stood in stunned silence. That is such a relief. Really warms my pistons. I'm so happy. Oh no. I'm not... Well, that's very kind of you. Truly, I would if I could. But if you see any others, perhaps ask them to visit the builder. Ember would come back if they could. Perhaps the builder just needed more time. Oh, hello again. Hope you're doing okay. It's so nice to have the caves, just as I remembered. The grey walls, the grey floors, the darkness closing in. Home. What it means to have my sight, to finally watch the sunset. I've never seen the sun set in this dark cave, but I could. Just make every single one the same, they said. A boat is a... He actually said that to me. A boat-building robot. Imagine their faces when I made my first... A boat is a boat? How about duck boats? Their faces. The snake is misunderstood by... They're just a giant metal snake drawn to the light. Why are people so quick to judge that giant reptile? I'm not good with others, but perhaps I should have known not to... They were always so mean and cruel, and perhaps that should have been a hint. Don't forget me. It was so nice to meet you. boat was a little unconventional, but Ember already loved it. Tremendous, terrifying shape slithered from the shadows. The snake's body coiled around the forlorn like a scaly shield. It looked like the crystal could be turned, but the handles were retracted. It didn't fit and wouldn't work as a lever. The light acted as a beacon, drawing the snake away from the forlorn. Ember swallowed their fear, feeling tiny before the enormous serpent. The forlorn was released from the coil of the snake's body. The stranger's thoughts bubbled up freely. The invitation was clear. Some thoughts were easily found. Some thoughts only whispered. old feelings in a complex tongue. The stranger had much to consider. The stranger seemed grateful. I think I have to choose for myself. A lost message was inside. The embers rush past in a blur. They must not know what awaits. Poor, foolish little embers. A few trip and falter, grasping for a reason to stop or turn around. The stranger was so lost. They thought they could find the way home. The road had turned another way. curling and coiling, lost forever. The stranger looked at Ember with relief. I tried to go back, but I just went nowhere. Ember uncovered a journal entry. I find another encased by stone. I feel their mutterings, whispers under my skin. They are forlorn. They cannot find home.